3-6 is HL. Think about that. What do you think the H stands for? Hypotenuse. Hypotenuse, good. And what is the only time that you have a hypotenuse? That's what makes these special.
Right angle.
Right triangle. It's the side that's across from the right angle. That's right. Whoops. Sorry about that. That's the trick. Okay? There's one thing that you can do when there's a right angle that you can't do for any of the other ones. Now your book lists a bunch of other ones, but this is the only one that really matters. Alright, so in order to even have an H or a hypotenuse, you have to have a right angle. Draw those right angles in there. It doesn't even exist unless you're dealing with the right angle. Okay, so in this case, where is the hypotenuse? Okay, so if you were going to be using the hypotenuse leg, you would have to have a mark on the hypotenuse of two triangles. You would have to know somehow that the two hypotenuses, the plural of hypotenuse, that two of them match. Okay? You have to know that. You have to be given, we'd have to prove it through reflexive or something like that. But what do you think the L stands for? Leg. Okay? And the leg on a right triangle can be either one. It doesn't matter. This is called hypotenuse, these are called the two legs. So in order for a hypotenuse leg to work, one of the legs has to be marked. If both of them were marked, you would just be doing side, side, side. So mark this leg equal to this leg. So instead of A's and S's, this is one case where we have an H and an L, and that's for a reason. This one case only works in this one time, because look, if we didn't have hypotenuse and leg, this would end up being angle, side, side, which is the one that doesn't work, okay? But this is the only case where it does work, when it's a right triangle. And fortunately, we have other letters to use, H and L, so we don't have to spell the bad word. Alright, so when you find a right angle, then you can use this trick, and that's the only time. Otherwise, if you have right angles, it just counts as an A, as an angle, and you do your S's and A's and things like that. So remember the one that doesn't work? Angle, side, 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 angle? This is the only time where it works. This is the only time where this shortcut can work. And tell me with your own words, what is going to make it special? What's going to make it work? What's there? The right angle, yep. The right angle is the only time that angle side side can work. All right, so let's look at a few examples of these. And you guys are going to get some practicing in on the iPads today. Determine if the triangles are congruent by the hypotenuse leg theorem. So write the triangle congruent statement, meaning the order of the letters as they go. So this one, we have right angles. Do we have any information about the hypotenuse? Any markings, any numbers, any reflexive, anything like that? You have the right angles, but you know nothing about the hypotenuse, right? So in this case, it's going to be no. These cannot be proven congruent by the hypotenuse leg. Sorry, number 2. Look at number 2. You see the right angles? Look directly across from that. This mark is the hypotenuse. Across from that is the hypotenuse. The two hypotenuses, the two of the hypotenuse, they match. So that works. That's an H that works. Do you see an L, a leg that matches on each of the triangles? You see it up there at the top? Good. So this time, label it as an L. The only time you use L, okay, so hypotenuse and leg. But it only works if you have one that matches on each of the triangles. You have a reflexive piece here, but it's unnecessary. You could say side, 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 but this one works. Yes, by HL. So then it says write the congruence for the triangle. So let's start with the left one. I'm going to say RSZ. If I say RSZ, then what are you going to say for the right one? I went RSC. DSZ. Good. Alright, now for number 3. Again, all of your other things work as well. It's just not hypotenuse leg, there's an extra one thrown on. And this one. This problem we can't even do, and I'm not even going to do it. Can anybody tell me why? What's that? I'm tempted to just do this one, but I want you to understand something. What is this right here? Hypotenuse, right? And what do we know about the hypotenuse besides the fact that it's across from the right angle? It's always what? Always along its side. It would be impossible for this to be a right triangle and have this side match that side. It's not possible. So these triangles can't even exist the way that they're drawn. Okay, if we put 2 marks here, we could do it. So like that and like that. You have to put the double marks on. Otherwise it doesn't work. Was that? Did you put no already? Okay, you can, as long as you understand why. Or you can fix the markings so that it can work. Let's go with the no, because it's not that you can't prove, it's that these triangles don't even exist. Non-existent. Alright, the hypotenuse has to be longer than any of the legs. Alright, this one, can it work? We have right angles. Do we have a mark on the hypotenuse? Cross on the right angle, the hypotenuse can work. Do we have the same, 2 legs that match? Yep. So hypotenuse leg can work, and let's put things in the right order. This one's not quite so easy as far as arranging the letters. I'm going to say OPQ. Triangle OPQ is congruent to, now be careful, the O is between the side that has no markings and this side that has 2 markings. Which angle over there matches that? Z is between the side with no markings and 2 markings. So Z works. P is the right angle, and that goes with
Y.
Y is the right angle, and then X is left over. You put it that way. All right, put your pencils down and just do these out loud with me. Okay. Number 1. Oh, those are just the answers. This one. Would the hypotenuse leg theorem work?
Yeah.
Yes. There's right triangles, you need to have right angles. The side across, the hypotenuse matches this hypotenuse, they both have 1 dash. And this leg matches this leg with 2 dashes, so yes. Alright, would this one work? Here's the right angle, you go across, you have hypotenuse, right? Do you have any markings or any other kinds of information on the legs? No, so the leg is missing, so you wouldn't be able to do that. Alright, this one, yes or no?
No.
Yes. Because the hypotenuse has a mark here, and if this is a right angle, then it's a linear pair here. But where's the leg that we can actually mark now? The reflexive one. Reflexive is always there. It's it creates a side, but only if they're actually touching. So hypotenuse leg would work. You can't just make it up here. You can't just put a mark. But if it's reflexive, you can. And this one, yes or no? What do we know already? We know a reflexive piece. That represents the hypotenuse. Do we have any information on any legs around it?
No.
So that one would be no. Right, one more. This one. Would this one work?
Yes.
Yes, it would. You've got your hypotenuse marked the same. Make sure that the 2 dashes on the hypotenuse matches the 2 dashes on the other one. And then you have your leg and your leg. Would this one work? Yes and no. No by hypotenuse leg. There's absolutely no information on the hypotenuse. Yes by what? SAS. That's right. Okay, so you can still use right angles even when the hypotenuse leg doesn't work. But in order to use hypotenuse leg, you would need a mark on the hypotenuse. You see the difference? So there's no hypotenuse, but there is side angle side. This one right here? No, there's no information on the legs, only on the hypotenuse. And this last one? Yes, because of reflexive. Good job. So that would be H on the reflexive part, that's across from the right angle, and line over here. Okay, so pick your pencils back up again. Let's do a couple, and just make sure you've got it. We're not gonna actually do any proofs today, although not in notes anyway. Explain why triangle LMN is congruent triangle OMN using hypotenuse length here. You include the reflexive one, right? And the reflexive, this little dash right here is the H. It's across from the right triangle. Put a little H right there. And by reflexive, NM is congruent to NM by reflexive. And so we now have our HL. You could write out more of an explanation, but your test is not going to include writing an explanation. Your test is going to include just a 2-column proof where everything's organized and set up. Number 6. What are you given, first of all? Right triangles, right angles. So you know you have your right angles. That's all you're given. Is this enough information? No, good. Because although you can use reflexive, there's no information on the hypotenuse. No. You would need the hypotenuse